Welcome everyone to another Wednesday night. I know it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday night. So welcome everyone to the fundamentals to gain inner peace with your host, Coach Menachem. And here we are. We're going to do some meditation, letting go, being able to let go of whatever is going on. It's before Yom Tov, Purim, Pesach, a lot going on. So first, there's just the awareness. Where am I? How am I feeling? What am I doing about it? Awareness is very important. Everybody's different. There's no two the same. There are no two the same. And so many different things. Depends how you take what's going on. So let's get started. Let's get grounded. Take a deep breath. Let's do some breathing. Just become aware of where you are, how you feel. How do you feel with everything coming up? Is it a good feeling, not a good feeling, overwhelming? Just to see where am I? Where am I coming from? What my day look like? So what we're doing now is just hopefully going into your safe space, like we discussed, creating your safe space. This half hour, hopefully you're not busy, you can relax, take it easy for a few minutes because you deserve it. And I hope you do it more than only Wednesday nights. I hope you find more time to do it for yourself because you deserve more of that. Just to find a few minutes to see. Some people like to do it in the beginning of the day, before they start the day, with the right intention, with the right moods. Some people like to do it at the end of the day to see what it looked like, how did it go, reflect. And some people do both, whatever works. Then there are those who don't have time. We're not going to talk about that now, but you just don't have time. So I'm glad you're here. Just to take a deep breath. So let's take this moment, if wherever you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and just take a deep breath in and out. Let everything out. Try to relax. Let your shoulders fall. Take a deep breath in and out. Become aware of what comes up, the feelings. Another deep breath in, all the way to your stomach, and all the way out. That's it. For now, you're here, and that's nothing going on. It's just here and the now. You can let everything go. Okay, just become aware of what comes up. We're not trying to change anything. Aware of what your body feels, any tingling, any stress, overwhelm, and just breathe it out. Beautiful. Okay, so here we are. 2 weeks ago, we discussed creating the safe space. Last week, we discussed how we need to take in that space some self-compassion, because without a little bit of compassion, things come up and you have to know how to deal with it. And we discussed how when you do take some time off, just sitting with yourself, breathing, and things come up, you become aware of things that you don't like. It could be hard, and we're all on a journey. We all have ups and downs. And when these things come up, everybody has a different reaction, but we're learning how to be there, continue breathing, relax, take it easy. And I do want to mention that sometimes people feel they're in a situation where they can't get out of, like we discussed. But I do have to say that there is light at the end of the tunnel, even though you can't see it. Getting feedback from many people and what they share and talking to people, sometimes they're in a situation where they feel nothing is going to change. It's like in a real deep tunnel, in a deep hole. And eventually they're like slowly things change and things happen, things that they never imagined. And they start seeing some light. Should put together a book of all the feedback that I get just to see that eventually things do change, things do get better. Now, exactly the way you want, maybe not. But we're learning how to sit with the uncomfortability, to breathe through it, to try to accept, be there. And even if sometimes you feel that it's not going anywhere, it's not changing, just be aware of that feeling. Just be aware of it. The way you think about it and the way you feel about it is important. And I'm just adding this little piece that there will be change. Things do get better. Things don't stay the same. Tomorrow morning is a different day, you know? And slowly, eventually we can get out. So it doesn't mean we're not going to get back in. Again, there are ups and downs, but eventually we learn that the downs are not permanent and we learn how to deal with it. Then we can continue. We don't get that lost. When it's, people for the first time, they're facing all of these dark moments. It can be very hard and they don't want to do it. So we get that. But understand, let's get through it, stay there a little bit. If you have to, you can stop and go out, some distraction, that's okay. But eventually you want to be able to spend time there, be there with compassion. And then obviously there's a lot of things we have to put in. We discussed in the past, and we'll still talk about it, whether it's self-care, finding some white moments, some positive moments. You have to have that, because if you're only sitting with negative, that's hard. So all of that's a package deal of how to get through this hardship, and while being on this journey, spending some time with yourself in that space, in that safe space, it's all part of it. So tonight, talking about letting go. We all have stories. We all have things that we carry around, and we believe that it's part of us. And maybe it is. It is. This is your story. So sometimes people would say, why should I let go? I mean, I can't let go. This is who I am. How could I let go? This is my story. So I'm not suggesting that you just say that it doesn't bother me, that just deny what's going on. Obviously, validation is very important to understand. Be aware of the stories you're walking around with. Be aware of the things that are weighing you down. Be aware of the things that you don't like. You validate those stories. They're true stories. They're happening. And you don't like it. So it's important to validate. And now we're not pretending that it's not there. But what we're trying to do is spend a few minutes, a few moments in our day where we maybe could leave our bags outside and just sit for a few minutes without it. Just a few minutes. Again, your stories, whatever it is, it's there. But finding some time where you can let go of everything that's happening, everything in your mind, all the reasons why the way you feel, it's okay. Meaning, if you don't feel good because of a certain situation, I hear that. But could we spend some time, just a few minutes, letting go of all your stories? So sometimes meditation does that. So what you're doing is you're sitting in one place and you're meditating and you're focusing on your breath. Focusing on your breath, breathing in and out, feeling the breath going in and out. And you become aware of so many stories, everything is flying in your head, you become aware of that. and you're not trying to change it. You become aware, you observe it, but eventually things can calm down. You're focusing on one thing, on your breath, and once in a while things come in, thoughts come in, that's okay. And then you go back to your breath, back to your breath. So it's spending a few minutes just with your breath. Everything else, you'll get back to it soon. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, a little bit of meditation. Just to try to sit for a few minutes, leave all our bags outside. We're not forgetting about it. And pretend as if life is perfect. Right? So, we'll talk about it soon. Some people think it's an escape. We've discussed it many times. What do you mean? I'm escaping. I want to face reality. There's so much going on, but understanding that piece. And another thing, it's important before Purim. Purim is a time that we find ways to get to the situation of Adela Yuda. Until I don't know anything. Out of my head. Get out of your heads. There are so many stories that we have in our heads. You want to get to a place where I don't know. I don't know. I know nothing. No thoughts at all. And it's not easy. We all have thoughts. But with a little bit of meditation, will guide you, just feeling a moment or two of all our stories on the sides, and just sit and breathe. That's it. So, are you ready? So let's go. Make yourself comfortable. We're going to do some meditation now. Just listen to my voice. And when things come up, sometimes resistance, you don't want to let go, just be aware of whatever comes up. And continue listening to my voice. And at the end, we'll see where it took you. So find a comfortable place. Close everything. No distractions. You can be seated or laying down, whatever works. Just try to relax. Whatever it takes to relax. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes and gently take a deep breath in. Allow your lungs to fill with air. And then exhale, slowly releasing any tension you may be holding. Just let it all out. You're doing great. Take another deep breath in. And out. Just be aware of how you feel. Try to relax your body. And keep on taking a deep breath in and out. And the more you breathe, the more relaxed you get. And the more you listen to my voice, you become more and more relaxed. Just take it easy. Now bring your attention to your body. Notice any areas of tension or discomforts. And with each exhale, allow those areas to soften and relax, as if you're breathing out of those areas. Let it all out and relax. Feel the support beneath you, on a chair, on a bed, maybe sitting on the ground. Beautiful. As you continue doing this breathing and feeling more and more relaxed, imagine a warm, golden light surrounding you in a cocoon of comfort and safety. It's all around you. And with each breath, this light fills you up, expanding your awareness and bringing a sense of peace and tranquility. And just feel what it feels like. More and more relaxed. Now I invite you to let go of all your stories just for a few minutes, all the beliefs, all the identities that you're attached to, that you picked up over time. It may be past experiences, worries about the future, judgments about yourself and others. Allow them to gently drift away just for a few minutes. Allow them to gently drift away like leaves floating downstream, leaving you in a state of pure presence. Just for a few moments, let them all go. And just keep on breathing. And with each breath, you become more and more relaxed. And as you release these stories, notice how your mind becomes quieter, your heart becomes lighter, without all that weight of all these stories, of all of the narratives. You're free to simply be in this moment, relaxed. Free to experience the present moment without the filter of the past or the future. It's just the now, nothing, and just feel it. Doing great. Keep on breathing. Now imagine yourself as a pure, innocent being, untouched by all the trials and tribulations of life. No expectations or limitations. Just pure. This essence of who you truly are is always within you, without all these stories, without all the things that you carry around with you. It's always within you, beneath the layer of conditioning and social norms. We all have it. Take a moment to connect with this inner essence, with the true you, without all the stories. Just you being. Connect to this part of you that is timeless and infinitely wise. Feel its presence within you, like a gentle whisper guiding you back to your true nature. And while you're in this state, while you're in the state of a pure being, you are perfect, exactly as you are. There is nothing to fix, nothing to change, nothing to strive for or attain. You're already whole and complete, just as you are in this moment. Just tap into that feeling. And as you bask in this light of your pure innocence, take a few more deep breaths, allowing yourself to fully embody the state of being. Know that you can always return to this place of inner peace and wholeness whenever you need to, simply by closing your eyes and connecting with your breath. You can always close your eyes, take a deep breath, and come back to this feeling that you're feeling now. Continue taking a deep breath, becoming more and more relaxed. Enjoy the feeling. And if you like the way it feels and you want to spend some more time here, you can always pause the video as long as you want. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your surroundings. Just becoming aware of where you are, how you feel. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, gently stretch your body, and open your eyes. Carrying this sense of inner peace and innocence with you as you return to your day. You can take it along with you. It can become part of your story. Take this feeling along. And remember, you're always connected to this pure, innocent being that's inside of you. It's always there. Sometimes we're not aware of it. Sometimes we're running. There's so much going on. But if you stop and take a deep breath and focus on that breath, you can allow yourself to tap into it whenever you need a reminder of your true essence. Beautiful. You did a great job. So now take a deep breath and back into the room. Here we are. How do you feel? If you can just share one word in the chat, just let me know if you felt something, whether it's something you were looking forward to, maybe surprised by a feeling that came up, whatever it was. Relaxed, connected, deep relaxation. And that's amazing. Just what a few minutes can do. And that's what we all need, what we all deserve. Just to be able to get to that deep relaxation, our body needs it. You might say, I'm fine, I'm good, but your body needs it. Becoming aware of that. And this is something you can do in your safe space. So most of you had some positive feelings, which is amazing, which is beautiful. Sometimes people have a hard time letting go for even a few minutes, letting go of their stories. Because imagine yourself without your story. Who am I without my story? You know, we have a whole build-up, maybe from years, the way we look at ourselves, all the things that we picked up. So letting go, then it's uncomfortable. I only know myself. I only know myself with these stories. So how do I let go? So that's true. It does take time, but by doing this a few times, you'll get used to it. Nothing's gonna happen. Don't worry. Your stories are still gonna be there. They're still gonna be there. You come out of the room, you'll pick them up, and you'll take them. But for a few minutes, try to relax, deep relaxation, and imagine there are no stories. Imagine that ourselves. Now, it not easy. Meditation and guided meditation is easier, but there's always thoughts. So you become aware of your stories, especially when you're stopping and try not to think about your stories. Guess what? What do you think comes up? All of your stories. That's right. And that's okay. That means it's working. You let it come up. There's another question that someone asked is, am I letting go or am I escaping? If I go into my safe space and I do meditation, I feel relaxed. So I'm escaping from all the things that are happening the whole day. So is letting go something that you advise, or it might be that I'm running away? So the letting go that we're discussing is not running away. It's like we're saying, it's in that safe space. You're being there, and these things come up. These things are going to come up. So it's really becoming aware of all the things that you don't want to let go, and then letting go. And it doesn't mean that you're not aware of those feelings, right? We're not running away from those feelings, but you can spend a few minutes to relax, even with everything that's going on. So it's becoming aware and then letting go. Usually in that safe space, when you stop to relax, you will become aware. That's exactly what happens. We discussed it many times. That's why people don't have time, or it's too hard for them, because it's not easy. And that's why you need to have the self-care, the compassion, because things come up. So it's not really escaping. You're actually becoming more aware of what's going on, of how you feel, of all the thoughts that are going on. You're becoming more aware. But you're learning how to be there for yourself. And with all of those emotions coming on and being aware of all those emotions, how it feels, you're learning how to keep on breathing. So it's being more aware. It's becoming more aware, and it's not escaping. It's really being present and then letting go. Beautiful. Please do this again. Don't wait for me next week. There's a lot going on. You need some time to stop and relax. You can do whichever guided meditation works for you, or some music. Just take it easy. Any questions you can put in the chat. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it for tonight. The past recordings are available at menachembernfeld.com. Any questions, you can always send them to coachmenachem@gmail.com or in the chat now. I will have 2 minutes to answer some questions. And the Menachem will meet next week, the night before Tanis Esther. We'll see how you're doing next week, Wednesday night. So here's a question: the breathing through your mouth or through your nose. The first thing I want to say, which I say many times, is whatever you do is fine. Because our mind starts thinking, am I doing it right? And that's a thought. Smile. Smile to that thought and say, you're fine. Just continue. Whatever you do is fine. It's okay. It's okay. Whatever's comfortable. Okay? So then you could feel whatever's better. Some people in through your nose, out through your mouth. And when we did the 10-week course, we were focusing either through your nose or through your mouth. You have to choose. But again, I said it over there also. The main thing is you're sitting and breathing. And it should be comfortable. If you're overworking, if you're busy thinking it's not working, or you're saying I don't like this, then you can change. And then you realize how much you're in, thinking about your thoughts. That's why I always tell you, just make sure that you're comfortable as you can be, because there are always things that are going to come up that you have to deal with. So to be able to sit there, just try to relax. And then the things that come up, you're aware of it, continue breathing. And again, if you set yourself time to do it for 5 minutes, stick to those 5 minutes. For beginners, if 2 minutes might be very hard. And for those who are experienced, it can be 10 or 15 minutes. Just keep on breathing, see what comes up. And what we really did tonight is not really to see what comes up. It's trying to let go of those things that come up and sit for a few minutes as if there's nothing going on. You're perfect. Everything is good. I know it's not true. I know there's a lot going on, but for a few minutes, it's okay. And you can go into that deep place, deep relaxation, letting everything go. And that's about it. Another good question for somebody that's in their heads. Well, we're all in our heads. I once participated in the course doing breathing, and there was a person there that, trying so hard to get into their body through the breathing. And the instructor said, "You've been in your head for past 25, 30 years. What are you so worried about? So you'll be in your head. So what's going to happen? So you're in your head." It's the awareness. Being aware that you're in your head is already a step. Already amazing. Don't try to change anything. Keep on breathing and just see those thoughts. You see how you're in your head and smile. How many people can do that? Just become aware that they're in their head and sit and continue breathing. Most of us are running around, escaping, running away from different things. So it's okay if you're in your head. Eventually, you will feel your body. Continue breathing, do some breathing every day. Spend some time in a safe space. You will eventually become aware of your body. Okay. So that's it for tonight. Thank you so much. Thank yourself for taking some time off for yourself. And the recordings are always available on menachemmirful.com. And you can always send feedback, questions to coachmenachem@gmail.com. Enjoy your week. I'll see you next week, Wednesday night. Mitzvah Hashem. Erev Taz Esther. And we'll see where you are. Have a great night.